stop thinking it's going to be a failure. Life unfolds, each day is something else. And I think it's very important to give yourself realistic goals. Your fear is based on failing, but you don't realize how much success can come from this. Consistency is the game changer. Do something. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be something that's over the top. You don't need supplements to be fit.
If I looked at food, I would gain weight because I was never a skinny person.
Skinny is not it, you know. You need a little bit of, that's a trend now.
Getting loose everywhere.
I just want to say, this is really what it is.
But it's real.
It is real. This is real.
I mean, a really important word, you said choice.
Choice.
We have to make that choice.
But I stayed for love.
Ah.
Okay? You're walking and you're doing some sort of lunging and squats and you start to feel your knee click and pain. That's not good.
WTF, we're doing a podcast. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Michelle. This is 50. Welcome to What the 50. Join us on our continued journey to simplify our lives.
We will seek the answers from the experts and offer tips, tools, and techniques to live your life with confidence and joy. Are we ready?
Let's go.
Hey, Mish.
Hi, Nikki.
Here we are.
Here we are again.
On the ground.
We're being grounded.
Oh, that's a good way of putting
Grounded,
it. Too.
yes.
And today we have my friend and yoga teacher, Jivi.
Welcome.
Hi,
Welcome to What the
ladies.
50.
Thank you so much.
Happy to have you.
And I'm humbled to be invited here today. Thank you so much.
So Jivi has a great brand. I don't know if you ever follow her on Instagram
I do.
at Fit Happens. But
I love the name, by the way.
Yeah. You know, like what
Do
the
not
F?
do not mispronounce.
No, it is FIT and not anything else. Fit happens.
Got it. Love it.
you should have spelt it PHIT.
I know, right? Pretty hot and in the move, right?
There you go. There you go. All right.
But Jivi, among other things, she's always moving. So she's a yoga teacher, a physiotherapist, a speaker, a philanthropist. Did I pronounce that right? Because she's always doing charity work,
Awesome.
which I love about her.
Love that. Love that.
Thank you, ladies.
So tell us a little bit about Jivi. You're from Barbados.
I am 100% Bajan, born and bred in Barbados.
Yes.
But I've been living in Jamaica now for over 23 years.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what brought you here? Here
Well,
comes the story, guys.
I love to say that I came here actually to study. So I did my physical therapy degree here at the University of the West Indies, but I stayed for love. Okay? We're not even going to hide it. I stayed here for love.
A Jamaican guy got your heart.
Jamaican guy. And funny enough, next week, Valentine's weekend, we celebrate our 17th wedding anniversary.
Congrats. That's awesome. Valentine's.
Yes.
That's well played by her husband, you know?
Awesome.
Just
awesome.
get it done in one.
That's Jamaican for you.
Romantic to the core.
Romantic to the core. Absolutely. I love that. So congrats.
Thank you.
That's an awesome story.
Thank you very much.
So you're here with us and you're now doing yoga. You're doing yoga classes.
Yes.
You're doing physiotherapy. And we're also looking at a book called The Year of Yes.
Right.
So would you say that living in Jamaica is part of your yes?
100%. Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down. There's no question about that.
That's a big move from
It
home
is. It is.
to a new country, settling in
It
and
is.
staying.
And staying, for sure.
Yes.
But everything checked what I wanted. And so the yes wasn't a hard yes. It was an easy yes.
Yes, yes.
Those are
You
the
feel
best
good.
yeses.
Yes.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that. So you're here now and you're settled and you have your business going. What other yeses do you think you're going to be looking at for 2026?
Well, I don't know what to expect.
What's next? What's next for you?
for me? But I would love this year to be filled with a lot more engagements of speaking and talking about, movement as medicine and, injury prevention and just how a simple breath can make life so much better. And so I think for me, I would love to do more of that, basically disseminate the information that I have far and wide so that we can see real changes.
And Nikki loves to say something about the 80-year-old body.
Well, beyond her speaking, yes. Because whenever we're in yoga class, and if you follow Jivy on her Instagram, she highlights her patients a lot, and there are a lot of older people. I think, what's your oldest patient that you have?
Currently 93.
Wow.
Okay.
And
Love
by
that.
the way, she's 93. She does 3 sets of 10 squats,
Wow.
right? She is pumping 5-pound dumbbells, doing some bicep curls and some shoulder press.
Nice.
So, everything is possible. Everything is possible.
And it's not too late to start,
It's
right?
not. And the truth is that I do specialize in geriatric physiotherapy. So I do all umbrellas of it. Everything that comes under physiotherapy, like chest physio and orthopedic conditions. But I focus a lot on exercise physiology. And what I've realized is that the geriatric population has been my love and my passion.
Wow.
And funny enough, that was a yes moment for me, because that was a choice. It was a change for me in terms of, I never really knew that Fit Happens would take that direction. And so that was a big turn for me, a turning point for me. And I don't regret a day of it, because not only is it inspiring, it teaches you a lot.
Of course.
But you see, what Jivy has learned by having that age group as her patients is that she can see the difference. Because
Yes.
we've discussed this about
100%.
what they've done when they were younger and how they are
Now.
now.
Yeah,
Because
for
Michelle and I also talk about working on our 80-year-old body.
sure.
Although I've changed it to 90.
90. Well,
because-
last week, Nikki in yoga class, at the end of the
Not
class, she's
80?
like, it's not
90.
80 anymore, Jivy, it's 90.
90. But
So-
the good thing is, we're not, I don't think we're where we should be in terms of exercising, but
Right.
I think we're trying our best.
Michelle
and
more
listen,
than me.
No, you're doing yoga.
No, I should be doing more.
Yes.
But the point is we're moving.
And I think
moving.
that is the key. I think in life, it's very important to make realistic, doable goals. It's very, very difficult when you envision this, I'm going to be doing 3 Pilates classes this week. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to take 3 laps around the Mona Dam. Come on, be realistic. We're women. We have a million and
Life happens.
Life happens.
Yeah,
life
life happens.
unfolds. Each day is something else. And I think it's very important to give yourself realistic goals. And that is what you do when you think about, what do I want for my 80-year-old self?
Yes.
And believe you me, it is the mindset that makes the difference. And it's how you process this. Do I want to gift my future self? Or do I want to say, hey, I'm just going to slow down, decline. When you age, you know what it is, gray hair, bones that don't
That's
work.
how it's supposed to be.
Muscles. It's
Yeah.
it's classified as
Yeah.
when you age,
Yeah.
hey, that
Stay in
means
the bed.
stay in the
Yeah,
bed.
yeah.
Slow down. Stop doing what you have to do. That's not it. We have to now switch that mindset. The way the world turns now, there is availability for everybody, right? And the aging process should be one of a positive.
Agreed.
I want to proactively, lightheartedly, passionately move my body, because I can then preview what my 80-year-old self is going to look like.
Absolutely. I love that.
Making my choices
Right.
of what I eat, what I choose to do, and most importantly, how I choose to think. You'll be surprised.
mindset.
The
For sure,
mindset.
The
yeah.
mindset. Misha, Nikki, you'll be surprised that even studies have shown changing your mindset to more of a positive one of the aging process, honestly. So all of us have stress hormones in our body, cortisol. That's what it's called. When you change your mindset to a positive one about getting old and getting gray and getting loose everywhere, it reduces.
Getting loose everywhere.
I just want to say, this is really what it is.
But it's real. That's
It is
real.
real. This
That's
is
real.
real.
That's
You
real.
know, and we face these facts, and it's okay. It's okay to be like that. It reduces your stress hormone by 50%. Just thinking, wow,
It's okay.
embrace it.
Of course.
I agree with
and
you
know what's-
100%.
You know what's crazy? That 50% reduction in cortisol gives you 7 years added to your lifespan.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So we're
Seven
getting
years.
there. It's definitely 90.
Yeah.
So
it's all
guess
about
what?
the mindset.
We're going
That's
to
where
be
it starts.
centenarians, right?
Of course.
Okay, just checking. Just
That's where it
checking.
starts. But
Yeah.
Jivy, this is something that we need to start when we're younger, right? It doesn't just start now when you're in your 50s.
For sure.
We should be
But it's
starting.
it's never too late.
It's never too late.
Yeah, but
But
And it's true, because what I've seen over the last couple of years working with especially octogenarians, people who are 80 and above, you have the black and white. You have the good and the bad, the ones who are happy, the ones who are sad. When I say this, I mean that there's some that have been working all their life, have been eating so well all their life, and at 90, they not stopping. They ain't stopping for
That's
nobody.
your mom.
Yes,
That's your
yes,
mom.
right?
it's still going.
And that's because of the way they chose to live from
It's a
eons ago.
lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
choice.
Yes, it's a choice. Yes.
Whereas I have some others are just like, man, Jivi, can't bother, just can't. And it's almost because their mindset was always one of maybe laziness, maybe just can't bother. There are other things that do creep in. Sometimes, it's the mental state that you have, situations, relations, whatever it is.
Or they're just not exercise people.
Exactly.
Which we're not really that. But
There are
again, you I mean, a really important word, you said choice.
Choice.
We have to make that choice.
But Mish, I've always been an exercise person
Uh,
because from when I was young, I knew that if I looked at food, I would gain weight because I was never a skinny person. I always had to work at it.
And that was
I was.
opposite for me.
I wish I was skinny. I wish I was skinny as I thought when I was fat. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
But
I get it.
that was the opposite for me. As always like skinny.
Right.
So I thought I didn't have to. And then hit 40.
And then
everything
was
changed.
downhill.
Everything changed.
But so funny nowadays, skinny is not it. You need the little bit of
bump
that's apparently that's the trend now, and the trend changes from time to time.
It does.
But I do believe that yes, trends change and body types are different all across the board. But the truth of and the bottom line is that it's a choice you make. Do you want the immediate gratification of or having that slice of cake? Yes, have the slice of cake in moderation.
Have
Right?
half the
Maybe a
cake.
smaller
Yes,
bit. Yeah,
yes.
just to satisfy that.
Of course.
So
because-
truthfully, afterwards, I'm going to feel sick after it.
yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. Exactly. And I think that we need to satisfy the soul. It goes deeper. Sometimes for people, food is comfort, right? I'm a walking testament to that.
Right.
And I'm a big foodie, but at the same time, I don't want to limit that part of me, which I absolutely enjoy.
Right.
But at the same time, I know, hey, I'm going to be doing this, so I need to be doing that, which is moving my body, giving myself the opportunity to face the challenges of weight gain, but also knowing that I'm keeping my bones. It goes deeper than just weight. It's your bone density as you get older, right? It's your muscles, how pliable they are, how flexible they are. So when you're consistent, and I always say this, consistency is the game changer. Do something. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be something that's over the top. Move your body.
Even
Just move.
walking
Yeah,
up
just
and down
move.
your driveway, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
just move.
Just
Listening
move.
to our podcast.
I love that
While
plug
listening,
there.
right?
Yeah.
So we're doing the book club, and
Yes.
we're ending with the experiential brave of going into the hot box.
Right.
So we're asking all of our guests in this season the same questions.
Sure.
Okay. So our first question is, what was your year of yes moment?
Okay, so this is going to be very bittersweet for everybody, and I don't even want to go back to this time, but funny enough, I had taken 7 years off, a 7-year hiatus from my career as a physiotherapist to, focus on motherhood and just having my 2 daughters, and, my energies were completely focused on that. But as they start to get older and go to school, I then decided, hey, I was born to be a physiotherapist. This is my passion. And
You're
not
such
going
a people person.
Oh, thanks, Nikki. And I really didn't want anything to stop me. So I decided in 2020, February, the end of February, that I am ready to take this on. I am going to put my hands on my first client, and this is the birth of Fit Happens.
In the middle of COVID.
COVID, that's just before
Oh my,
COVID.
that's
that's
2
just
weeks.
before.
Yeah, just before
February
COVID.
20.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
got it.
so
And then
March
COVID, and then
was
COVID.
was like the whole world shut down, and I'm like, hey, Jivi, this is a sign. Maybe you should just think
Certainly
this
no
through.
physical touch at
yes,
that point.
and what was it? It was
Yeah.
like social distancing. What is physiotherapy? I'm in your face, in your space, on you with my job. So this is a complete opposite of what I do. How is it going to work? How is this going to work? But I'll tell you something. I was scared. because I haven't done this for 7 years. Lots of things creep up. Do I even remember what I'm doing? Like, I'm not dealing with paperwork and computers. I'm dealing with life here,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So
People.
I need to be able to know that I'm doing what is necessary. I think that was my biggest fear. And also the idea of not being able to touch with COVID. But believe you me, it took the complete opposite turn,
Wow.
right? Where people didn't want to leave their home anymore.
Oh,
So you had to go to them.
And that's how my business is set up, where I only do home visits. So,
Right.
hey, perfect. You're coming home. I love this. And so I also had to take precautions, having my family at home too. So there were a few things that I did insist on, you know, especially with the mask wearing, whatever we were told was going to keep this virus away from us, which I think inevitably all of us
and you
somehow.
had select clients, I would imagine.
I did, very
Yeah.
much so. And also select because I only work for a certain period of the day. And then at 2:30, I am back to the children and being
back
mom,
mom.
and the extracurriculars and the cooking and everything that comes with that. So in that regard, I would say, yes, I had to be selective. Yeah. And that was also a challenge because here you are now thriving in yourself, doing what you love the most. People want to have a session, and then sometimes you just have to say,
No.
I can't, you know?
So to say your yes, you had to give something up. What did you have to release in order to say that yes, to go back to being a
Physiotherapist. Somebody told me this one time, a very close friend and dear friend of mine. She said to me that your fear is based on failing, but you don't realize how much success can come from this. And I think what I had to tell my mind is that don't be so afraid of success. Because a lot of us as humans, we think about when we step into something new, the first negative emotion that comes is we're going to fail. This is absolutely ridiculous. What are you thinking, Jivy? You haven't done this for 7
Sounds
years.
familiar?
Yes,
Sounds
Right,
familiar.
Yes.
right. Don't we all go through this?
Of course.
We do.
I had to release that from my mental capacity and space to say, no, Jivy, don't let that negativity creep in. Think of what it can be. Yeah. It's a little deep because it's not something that's superficial in a sense that it takes the individual to understand what that is and what you had to release before you step in. And I think for me, that's something that I had to just say to myself and just release it, that stop thinking it's going to be a failure.
And we have said that to ourselves many
Yeah,
times.
it's a
and, we,
real
and we have told our kids that too.
Yes.
Just go for it. What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And this is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
But truthfully, I think this is the first year that we really believe, okay, we can do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
podcast.
I thought of that.
Yes.
I actually thought of that
So,
this morning, that we're really going
And
head on.
ladies,
Yeah.
this is inspiring, trust me, because
No.
people who are viewing and watching, I mean, the world is now turning in a direction where people want to hear real conversations, real, raw, authentic conversations. They don't want these scripted things. And so I think what you both are doing is fantastic. So,
Thank you.
And I'm really honored to be here
Of
again.
course, we're
Oh,
very happy to have you.
Thank you.
is there a yes that you may have regretted?
I think saying no sometimes, or overextending myself in terms of, as I said before, I would get a set of clients that would just come and want a session, and sometimes I would overextend myself and say, yes, I can take this on. But then what would happen is that I start to feel a bit of burnout with that, because
resentful
yeah,
almost, yeah.
because it's almost natural. You want to please your client, you want to make sure, and then sometimes it's a friend thing. You know, you're seeing one and then they're like, but can't you see my mom too? You know, like she really needs. And saying yes sometimes to that would put me in a position now that I'd have to sacrifice maybe my little time for my
Family.
yeah, and
Or a
so,
coffee.
or a
Or
coffee,
coffee.
'cause she knows my little 30-minute zone out coffee time. But you know, and I think that was one time I regretted having to just always say yes and saying yes and overextending, you know, knowing in the back of my head that if I continue this, I'm going to start resenting what I do.
So you learned along the way then how to manage your time, how to say no sometimes.
For sure, Mish, because it took a while to get a structure or to have some sort of, decision making on who you see, who you don't see. It's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. It's trial and error. You go through these moments where sometimes, your child is having a recital at school, or she's doing a certain presentation, and you have to say no to the client now because this is my priority. But the beauty about Fit Happens, and I love to say this all the time, is that all my clients have been so accommodating, knowing full well when I take them on, I say, listen, can you work with my time? I'm so sorry to say this, but my family is really my priority. I do this because I know I love this, and this is really what I was meant to do. And most of them say to me, Jivi, we will work with it.
Awesome.
Awesome. And so that makes it easier to then create a structure.
Because you have set the expectation.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And created your own boundaries.
For sure. For sure.
Okay.
So that actually segues into another question. What is the cost? Having said yes, what you have pretty much answered that.
Yes.
What is the cost? Because when you have to say yes to a client, but you have to go to your child's rehearsal or whatever it is, that's that trade-off. And which one do you choose? Naturally, you're going to go with your child, of course. At all costs.
100%. And I think that was the reason. And that too, with my husband and I both conversing about this, knowing that both of us full well are putting the family first before anything else. He runs his business, but when it comes to the children, that is number one. And same for me. And I think so when we spoke about it, we were both on the same line with that and the same wavelength. So it almost naturally, when I started seeing a patient, the first thing I would say was, these are the hours I have. Are you okay with it? Then we proceed.
It's lovely though that you're able to create that balance, because as mothers, that's one of the things that we struggle with.
100.
The family life, work life, where do we go? So we kind of get tugged sometimes.
You do.
But
and the truth
you made
is,
it work.
And the truth is, Michelle, there's some days that are absolutely fantastic, and people ask me, tell me what's the secret? What's your formula? How are you balancing your career and your family? The truth is, you never find the right balance. There's some days that your career has to take a back bench for whatever reason. But because I've given myself the grace to understand that it's okay not to always be perfect in every single aspect of your life. Women are hard on themselves.
And can I tell you, Shonda Rhimes speaks about that. She literally talks about that.
I love the book.
Yeah.
I love the book. I've read it, and it's fantastic.
She speaks about that.
And so sometimes we just have to give ourselves that grace.
That grace, yeah, for sure.
So, what is one micro yes that we can start today based on Jivi's philosophy?
I like to make it realistic, like I said, So I think a lot of us spend time doing things in the household, whatever. I think the micro yes is say yes to some movement.
Every day?
Every day.
Okay,
For
we can
this
do that.
week, even if it's just 10 squats while you're washing the dishes, or you're doing some curtsy squats while you're folding the clothes, whatever it is, I think it's so important to just move your body.
We can do that, Nikki.
Yes, 10
Say yes.
squats.
10 squats.
10 squats. And that is from the physical aspect, right? But I'm also saying from the mental and mindset aspect, say yes to what makes you happy.
For sure.
Say yes to what makes you happy.
Nikki loves to say whatever brings you joy.
Whatever brings you joy.
Yeah.
So that
Say
cup
yes
of
to that.
coffee.
If that cup of coffee is going to give you that joy and that happiness and fulfillment, say yes to it. I'm even going as far as saying, if that piece of cake is going to bring that this week, do it.
Say
but
yes.
balance it with the movement.
Yes.
Yeah?
It's all about balance.
It's all about
About
balance.
10 squats.
10 squats.
10
10 squats. But we can balance it, right?
And maybe a small bit of cake and 10 squats.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Thank
it.
you, Jivi.
And we encourage our listeners to do that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we all want to follow Jivi on Instagram, and it's at Fit Happens JA.
Yes. That's where you can find me. Fit Happens JA.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to say right here, I'll declare it right here, that a yes that I'm going to say is yes to yoga.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We've roped her in, Nikki. We've roped her in. We've roped her in.
Good.
10 a.m.
I may be tumbling, but I'm going to say yes to yoga.
And you know what? That's the perfect thing. Because guess what? You don't always have it figured out,
Right,
right?
yeah.
But saying yes to starting.
That's the start.
That's the point
yeah.
that we
And then
need.
I'll get to that point where I'll be
You will
Balance.
be floating. You will be doing your downward dogs with ease. And I promise you to make you reach there.
I look forward to that. Thanks.
Great.
Thank you.
Good.
Yes, and we hope that you can join us at our Yes event at the Hot Box if you're
Can't
available.
wait. Can't
Yes,
wait.
March 7th.
March 7th.
Yes, we're
Gonna
looking forward
put
to
that
that.
in.
Perfect.
Gonna put
Please
that.
do.
Are we doing some contrast therapy?
Of course.
Yes, yes, and you're one of our special guests.
Oh, exciting. I can't wait. Can't
Yes,
wait.
So we have some fun things to do with you, but we need to get our phones.
Tell us when you're rolling.
So we're doing some fun stuff now with Jivy.
Oh, exciting.
Okay, so here we go.
Yes.
So I have a few questions for you, and
Okay.
your answer will be normal or pay attention.
Okay.
All right. So, if there is sharp pain in joint during movement, is that normal or pay attention? Sharp pain during
Pay
movement.
attention. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Okay. Sore muscles 24 to 48 hours after.
Normal. Absolutely normal.
Pain that changes your walking.
Pay attention.
Oh God, I have that.
Pay attention. It could even be just a silly corn at the bottom of your foot. I'm going to be very honest. That changes your gait pattern. It doesn't
attention.
necessarily have to be your joints or your muscle. It could just be a corn at the bottom where you need to go either to your pedicurist or podiatrist. Just
But
saying.
pay attention.
But pay attention.
Right. Okay. Soreness that improves with warm up.
Normal. Absolutely normal.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
so this is this training my 80-year-old body? Helps, depends, or no? Skipping warm-ups.
No.
So definitely do warm-ups.
Warm-ups are key. Warm-up and cool down. There's no exercise program without a warm-up and without a cool down.
Okay.
Okay.
Strength training without cardio.
No.
It's not training my 80-year-old body?
No. Even if it is 5 minutes of marching on the spot, which is what I have to do with 80-year-olds now, the heart rate has to come up a little bit. There has to be good oxygen exchange in the body because for our muscles to work, we need oxygen and lactic acid. And so the cardio needs to start.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, only doing cardio.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Jeez.
For your bone density and to really protect that, weight-bearing exercises and weight training is very important. It doesn't have to be heavy, but it should be reasonable enough where your joints start to feel something. Yeah.
So okay, but supposed to do cardio one day, weight training the next day. Do a little bit of.
It depends on your goals, Nikki.
Okay.
Yeah? It depends on your
Okay.
goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
But
getting
you lose muscle mass
If you-
rapidly, so we have to make sure to
So
do
you
some
have
weight training.
100%.
Yeah.
So I think every workout from the age of 45 and above should have some weight training in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Even if it's calisthenics or even using your own body weight, it is so important to focus on that.
This is not for me. It must be for some 20-year-old or
Asking
30-year-old
for a friend.
or 30-year-old.
Asking for a friend.
Hit high-intensity interval training for 3 days, then rest. Is that training my 80-year-old body?
It's not. And I'll tell you why. 3 days straight, no.
Okay.
Back to back, absolutely not. 3 times over the span of 7 days, absolutely, totally fine. But there needs to be a rest day in between, whether you choose to do a stretch class, a Pilates class, a yoga class.
Just about the balance.
Just about the balance.
So you shouldn't do 3 days of high-intensity
Absolutely
pickleball
not.
either.
Oh, that's opening another can of worms there.
Okay.
For all the picklers out there who,
Exactly.
who don't
I actually read not so long ago that there are a lot of injuries now through pickleball.
Don't start it.
please,
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
Niche?
yeah, yeah.
That's a whole nother
other thing.
episode.
We have to be
Part
careful.
2.
We have to be careful. We have to be careful.
Yeah.
So your next thing now.
Yes,
Okay, so we're going to look at wellness myths.
sure.
Pilates fixes everything.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Flat tummy equals healthy.
Absolutely not. And the reason I'm going to say this, as women, right, simple hormonal changes
Absolutely.
day to day are going to give us that little pouch that we all run from. And the little pouch is just showing that your body is functioning the way it needs to be.
Love that.
Thank you. I love you for that.
Can we just have that recorded, please? And
Yes,
play it over and over and
yes.
over.
Just say it over in your head, okay?
You need supplements to be fit.
You don't need supplements to be fit. You do need supplements if you have done blood tests and you realize that you're lacking, whether it's B12, which is very common, or magnesium for our muscles to work. So it's very specific. It doesn't mean that each person.
And every person.
So it's not one size fits all. Absolutely
And it doesn't mean if I take a whole box of supplements that I'm fit.
Definitely not.
Or healthy.
And
Absolutely not.
Chances are, when you do that and you follow a regime that is not necessarily curated specifically from a blood test, you might be taking an excess of something, which then gives you a problem.
Creating more harm.
Definitely.
For sure.
So you probably need to go to a doctor that curates supplements for
Specific to
Yes,
your body.
specific
Yeah.
to
For your needs.
your deficiencies.
For your needs. Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
Who
does
For sure.
that? I would-
Especially at this age though.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I since we're talking about this age, this is why I'm emphasizing it, because a lot of the time we're being fed, whether it's through Instagram or wherever, about you need to be doing this and you need to be eating this amount of macronutrients and you need to be eating this amount of protein.
Protein, yeah.
Come on. Give that a rest, right? Each body is different.
For sure.
Right? And I think everyone needs to remember that.
Okay.
All right. If it hurts, it's working.
That's very here or there, because something hurts while you're exercising. I mean, for example, you start to feel your abs because you're doing crunches or whatever. If it hurts, it's good. But you're walking and you're doing some sort of lunging and squats and you start to feel your knee click and pain, that's not good.
So you have to know the difference.
You do.
Yeah.
And it all boils down to becoming very aware of your body, which yoga helps. Yoga I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Thursday
Yes,
tomorrow.
Yes, I get it. Okay, stretching is enough to start your day.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Right?
Gosh, you just like shoot
Yeah,
us.
just
Oh
so
my
sorry.
goodness. Okay, tell us. Let me put the phone down.
Stretching
Tell us.
is definitely something that is crucial, especially when you're out of bed. Everything has come to a rest, so stretching does try to elongate the muscles, give you a little bit more play, but that's not enough to start your day.
Really? Tell us.
You have to get that heart rate up a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. You want longevity, right? Everything moves as a system. We're thinking about our heart, we're thinking about our muscles, and we're also thinking about our parasympathetic nervous system. So yes, we're saying stretching and we're saying cardio, but we're not talking about breathing. Breathing is number one.
So we just need to get our heart rate up.
Definitely.
So this
And
will
you
be
need to-
stretching in the morning.
Yes.
Then when we get to the kitchen, we can do.
Of course, couple of
squats
squats, and then just walking to the kitchen. You try to maybe do a brisk walk, get your heart rate up a little
Or
bit,
jump up and
or
down.
Yeah, just find a way to kind of gently. I'm not saying like to run a mile,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, but just become aware. Let the system start to move, because the blood flow really happens from the cardiovascular system, and so we have to pay attention to that. So just stretching is not enough. And similarly, I'm saying that the deep breathing is equally or more important than anything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot.
Yeah.
And one other thing, if you're in your 20s
Yes.
and you only do one thing for your 80-year-old body, what would that be?
In your 20s and you do one thing for your 80-year-old body, make the right choices from now.
Ah, yes.
Set your mind up to know that this is a gift to your future 80-year-old self.
Okay.
By making the choices from now. Start today. Say yes today. Right? Say yes today, because you're saying yes to your future self.
And it doesn't matter that age then. It could be 30, 40, 50,
30, 40, 50,
60.
60. Make a
Do
start.
it now.
Because there is something for everybody.
So it's not too late.
It's never
Not
too
too
late.
late, never too
ever.
late.
And
in
it's
the
not
game.
too early.
I always say one thing, and I say this to my clients all the time. Life is a game. You have to play it. There are going to be stages and levels that you need, obstacles come thrown at you. You got to figure that out. But do it with resilience. Do it because you want it. Do it because you know this is what's going to make life amazing.
It's the journey, right?
It's the journey
Yes,
that
yes,
counts
yes.
the most. So give yourself that. Say yes.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
love
much,
that.
Jivy.
Thank you, ladies, for having me. Thank you. Namaste.
I love that
having
note.
you.
Yes.
And we'll
That's a
see you in
beautiful-
yoga tomorrow.
For sure. 10 a.m. Misha, I'm waiting for you. I'll be there.
Thank you. It's been awesome talking with you.
Thank you.
You have given us a lot to think about.
Yes.
And we're working towards our 90-year-old body.
Our 90-year-old body.
For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
And definitely, if anybody wants Jivy as a speaker, you see how she's just a fountain
yes,
of knowledge,
yes,
and,
yes,
like, it
absolutely.
just comes so naturally.
I am saying yes to that. 2026 is the year of my speaking era.
Love it.
Everyone's talking about these eras,
Yes,
right? We're
this is
talking
yours
this
now.
is my speaking.
Love it. You're saying yes to that.
I'm
Of
saying
course,
yes. It
of
started
course.
with a bang from January, and here we are in February.
Yes, yes.
March. What's
Who knows?
happening?
All right. Thank you. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you, ladies.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of What the 50. Please show your love and encouragement by sharing, subscribing, and leaving a review wherever you're listening.
And don't forget to like and follow us on Instagram. And please join our active Facebook group at what.the50.